Good morning. I'm Dr. Anna Melendez. I'm a holistic chiropractor in North County, San Diego, and Cardiff, and I talk all things health, nutrition, low toxins, fitness, all healthy things. And so a major question I've been getting lately is, how do I hit 90 grams of protein? Because that's my bare minimum of what I recommend. If you want to get into the nitty gritty and the science and the why behind protein and why it's so important and why you should be hitting at least 90 grams a day, that's in my most recent video on Prometabolic Breakfasts that aren't eggs. So go check that out. I get into all the nitty gritty behind protein. But for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna walk you through how to hit at least 90 grams of protein a day. That's like my bare minimum, but in all reality, I would recommend shooting for 1 gram per body weight. So if you weigh like 125 pounds, you should probably eat 125 grams of protein a day. That is very daunting and it can kind of freak people out a little bit, like that's so much protein, how do you do that? So I hope this video helps to give you some ideas of how to incorporate more bioavailable animal protein into your day-to-day. My 2 favorite tips is I include collagen powder throughout the day. This is my favorite collagen. I'll link it in the description box below. I really like this one because you cannot taste it and it dissolves really easily in hot liquids, and then it blends really well in cold liquids. I put it in baked goods, I put it in oatmeal, I put it in muffins, I put it in so much stuff, but it adds 10 grams of protein per scoop. So it's a really easy way, if you have like 1 to 2 scoops a day, to add more protein into your day without even like thinking about it. The other hack is adding bone broth to your day-to-day. Either sip on a cup of bone broth, or I always cook my rice in bone broth. It adds more minerals as well as more protein to your day. So for example, if you have 1 cup of bone broth throughout your day and 2 scoops of collagen in, let's say, like a protein smoothie and your cup of coffee, that's 30 grams right there. Boom. So I'm gonna show you a day in the life with some extra little snacks and things like that of high protein items. So hopefully you can incorporate and see that it's actually pretty simple to hit at least 90 and 100, even 120 grams of protein into your day-to-day. Let's go.
So on this morning, I opted for bone broth instead of coffee. And this is my favorite bone broth. It's from Perfect Supplements. I'll put the link in the description below. But 1 scoop is 10 grams of protein. And even if you had coffee instead of this bone broth, you can still get 10 grams of protein from a scoop of collagen. But with my bone broth, I always like to add a little fresh lemon and salt. Then for breakfast, I had a toasted English muffin and put on light cream cheese and smoked salmon. 2 ounces of smoked salmon. This is exactly what 2 ounces looked like. That comes to 12 grams of protein, plus the cream cheese is 3 grams, and the English muffin is about 3 grams of protein. So that equals 18 grams of protein, plus the cup of bone broth. So in this breakfast, I got a total of around 28 grams of protein. Another variation of this would be 2 scrambled eggs is also 12 grams of protein. So if you had 2 scrambled eggs with cheese or cottage cheese, it would equal about to the same amount. One of my all-time favorite snacks is skyr yogurt because of how much protein is in it. This one from Trader Joe's has 16 grams with only 2 grams of fat. It tastes delicious and is a perfect snack. With that snack, I had about 4 of these passion fruit orange gummies. For a serving of 4, it's about 6 grams of protein. The recipe is on my Instagram. Then it was time for lunch, and I made one of my favorite things, burger bowls. So I get a pound of ground beef, and I mix some onion, garlic, cumin, and an egg with it to make the patties, and then roasted some sweet potatoes, and there we go. This lunch came to about 25 grams of protein. Next up is my go-to drink. It's an egg yolk with raw milk, maple syrup, and a pinch of sea salt. Don't knock it till you try it. It's so good and nourishing. You blend it all up with a frother, and I'll have this first thing in the morning with lunch as a bedtime snack. It's so good, and it's about 12 grams of protein. I've been loving protein smoothies lately, especially since it's warming up outside, but I'll start by adding whatever fruit I like, whatever liquid like coconut water, aloe, or orange juice, even coconut milk. And then I'll add a spoonful or about a 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, a scoop of collagen, and a scoop of protein powder. I'll link my protein powder in the description box below. Blend it all up and then pour it into your cup. You can do so many different variations of this depending on what kind of fruit you use, and it comes to about 27 grams of protein. Then it was time for dinner. I made some chicken thighs from Wild Pastures. This is my new favorite brand. It's all regenerative farms, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, chicken, and pork. You can get $20 off with the link below. So I patted them dry and cooked them in butter with just some paprika, salt, pepper, and garlic. And always rinse your rice. I rinse my rice about 3 to 5 times and then cook it in bone broth. This adds more minerals as well as protein. And this meal came to about 24 grams of protein. I had 1 chicken thigh and my husband had 2. For my bedtime snack, I had a cup of chamomile tea with a scoop of collagen, so about 10 grams of protein. It is so satisfying to watch collagen dissolve. And then I put a little bit of raw milk in it, as well as I either use honey or maple syrup to sweeten, and that's it.
I hope you guys enjoyed and got some inspiration and calmed your nerves of like, oh my gosh, 100 grams of protein is way too much. How is that even possible? I hope it makes you feel more confident in hitting those protein goals. And there's so many other ways that you can do it. I have a ton of videos on my channel of what I eat in the day and breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, dinner and snack, and even dessert ideas that still have protein in them. So go check those out. Comment any questions you have and what you want to see more of. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.